Ethan here again with another beer review and special request beer review. I want to shout out Joshua R on my channel for commenting, asking if I would review natural ice. And of course, I would be glad to. It's a delicious beer. It's an ice beer, 5.9% alcohol by volume. Ice beers are, all it is the beer has undergone some fractional freezing during production. The process involves freezing or lowering the temperature of the beer until the ice crystals form. And since ethanol has a lower freezing point than water, when they remove the ice crystals, and it thus raises the alcohol. I got a 25-ounce can, has the one extra ounce in it, from Racetrack. I actually had a pretty hard time finding this. I went looking for it because it was a special request, and of course, as soon as you want to find something, you can't find it, and all other times, I see it everywhere, but let's get a pour. All right. Sometimes these 25-ounce cans spill. There we go. Wow, a lot of head. A lot more head than the Budweiser that I just did. This is also produced by the Anheuser Busch Brewing Company. So I've had this before, but it's been a while. Honestly, it's not one of the ice beers I've had the most. I probably drink Bud Ice the most of any ice beer because I like the 5.5 is a good amount. 5.9 I find sometimes is a little too much. But the ice beer range of ABV I read is 5.5 to 12. I didn't know it went that high, but I knew over 5 or 5.5 was typical. Most are 5.9. This is 5.9. Keystone Ice is 5.9. What else is Busch Ice is 5.9. I've had that. I don't like Busch Ice that much. It has a little off flavor. But I'm going to give this a fair review and score without any bias. I'm going to hold off on saying what I think my favorite ice beer is until the end of the video. I've had it before, but it's been a while. I don't remember what it tastes like really, but it's really cheap. This can was $1.79, and it was a buy two for $3 special at Racetrack. You're generally more likely to find this at gas stations than you are liquor stores for whatever reason. Racetrack always has it. QT sometimes, but I went to 2 liquor stores and I couldn't find it, so they don't sell it a lot. I imagine you could get it at Walmart. Probably like a 30-pack at Walmart for like $15. Pretty common in this area. Kroger, they sell it. I've seen it there in like a 12-pack or a 15 or a 30-pack. Publix, they might not have it. Ingles, I didn't see it at my Ingles, but it could be at other Ingles. Natural Ice gets a 45, an awful on Beer Advocate. So this is an awful beer I'm about to try, and it certainly doesn't smell awful. It smells watery. I don't get a lot of aroma. There's less aroma with this than beers with less alcohol. The head went down quick. It was like a 5-finger head at first, and it's gone down to like a 1-finger head. 25-ounce can. It's a good deal for the price. Usually when I get this or other ice beers, I'll get a 6-pack of 16-ounce cans. They're usually the cheapest. You can get them for like $4.99 or $3.99. Yeah. After this, I'm going to be watching the Jacksonville Jaguar Tennessee Titans game coming on Thursday Night Football. My boy Gardner Minshew. Looking forward to seeing him, the Jaguars QB. He's pretty fun to watch. Should be a good game. I hope. I like both teams. I don't really have a dog in this fight. I'd be happy with either team winning. I love Derrick Henry on the Titans. He's a beast of a running back. He runs over defenders. I love Gardner Minshew. He's a cool QB with the 80s look going on. Looks like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, man. I don't care who wins. Both I like both teams. They're both AFC South, so we'll see. It should be a good game, though. I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's give the natural ice a taste. Ice beers have that little, just a touch, just a kiss, just a tap of alcohol. This is probably less than, I forgot to mention Milwaukee's Best Ice. That's another ice beer you see a lot. You see Milwaukee's Best Ice more than you see Milwaukee's Best, as well as the Best Light. You see that more than you see the Milwaukee's Best Premium or the Old Milwaukee, both of which I've had and both of which I like, but they're not common in this area, but you can find them. Milwaukee's Best Ice has 5.9. I've had that before, more than this. And this natural ice has a less of a gamey flavor than Milwaukee's Best Ice. I've heard people call it the Beast Ice. This is a little more drinkable than Milwaukee's Best Ice, because Milwaukee's Best Ice has that little harshness that this doesn't really have. Although I do taste the typical ice beer taste, that like icy frozen alcohol flavor. Joshua R. said this was his favorite beer, and I see why. It's drinkable, it's smooth, it's refreshing. Most ice beers are. And for an ice beer, it's incredibly drinkable. I mean, it's right up there with Bud Ice. I mean, you could argue it's just as good as a malt liquor, which is just a beer with elevated alcohol. The name malt liquor doesn't mean it's a special kind of beer. It's just a beer with above 5%, or it could be 5.5, but it's just a beer with elevated alcohol. It's just as good as that. It's just as good as Colt 45, just as good as Mickey's malt liquor. Yeah, natural ice. It's very good. It's crisp. It's refreshing. It's carbonated. Typical Anheuser Busch carbonation. How would I score it? Okay, let's see. I'm going to be honest. 93. That's what I've been giving a lot of my beer reviews. But the reason for that is because I've been mostly reviewing American Adjunct lagers, and they're all very similar. So wouldn't a similar beer get a similar rating? In my book, yeah. So 93, solid A. It's a good beer. Great for hot weather. It's getting a little cooler here in Georgia, but still pretty warm. Refreshing. 5.9 is a good bang for your buck. I mean, it's a good amount of alcohol for the price. 25-ounce can, probably enough. But I know ice beers are very popular, and they're very cheap. They're easy on the wallet. This gets a solid 93. It's drinkable. It's refreshing. And is it my favorite ice beer? All right, I'm going to say, don't shoot me, but Keystone Ice is still my favorite ice beer. But this does get crowned as second. This gets silver. Better than Busch Ice. Better than Beast Ice, because Beast Ice has that little bit of harshness. And a little more flavor than Bud Ice. Bud Ice is kind of like a 5.5% Bud Light. It actually has less calories than Budweiser. So this is my second favorite ice beer, for sure. Keystone Ice, I think, is still the king of my preference for ice beers. It's just something about it. It tastes good. Great flavor. And then if I did a side-by-side beer comparison, I probably couldn't tell the difference. But as of now, how I feel now, Keystone Ice, if I'm being honest, is still my favorite. But this is certainly second place. This is a very good ice beer. 93 out of 100. Great beer. Thank you for watching. And cheers.